I am super excited to get into today's topic. Let's just dive right in because we are tackling what is probably the most highly requested, intensely debated, and honestly kind of frustrating topic on the internet: how to get more subscribers on YouTube. If you've ever stared at a totally flat subscriber count and thought, what am I doing wrong? Well, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're breaking down the core research to review 5 simple, actionable strategies that actually work. We're going to strip away all the fluff and focus purely on the core mechanics of channel growth. Want more subscribers on YouTube? It's literally the universal question, right? You pour your heart and soul into creating this absolute masterpiece. You spend hours editing, you finally hit publish, and crickets. You get, maybe 12 views, and half of those are just your mom hitting refresh. Trying to bridge that huge gap between hitting publish and actually building a loyal audience can honestly feel like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube in the dark. But today, we're flipping the lights on with a very clear, structured roadmap.
So here's the game plan. We're looking at 5 crucial steps. Create content people want, upload consistently, make attractive thumbnails and titles, engage your audience, and ask them to subscribe. Think of this less like a random list of tips and more like a complete creator life cycle.
Starting with step 1, create what people want. This right here is the absolute bedrock of your channel. Before we even start worrying about algorithms or upload schedules, your content absolutely must hit at least one of 3 distinct marks. It needs to be useful, entertaining, or inspiring. Are you solving a real problem for someone? Are you giving them a much-needed laugh or a break from reality? Or maybe you're motivating them to go out and do something great. Whenever you brainstorm a topic, you really need to hold it up against these 3 criteria. If your idea doesn't neatly fit into at least one of those buckets, well, it's probably time to head back to the drawing board. You have to give people a real psychological reason to care enough to click. Moving right along to step 2, stick to a schedule. So you've got a great idea that is useful, entertaining, or inspiring. Fantastic. Now you need a rhythm. Just take a look at the contrast here. The ideal scenario is uploading consistently. Now, whether that's once a week or maybe just twice a month, it's not necessarily about burning yourself out. It's really about setting expectations. Think of it kind of like your favorite TV show. You know exactly when to tune in, and that builds a psychological habit that the algorithm absolutely loves. But on the flip side, uploading randomly just leaves your audience guessing. And let's be real, in today's digital age, nobody is waiting around. Consistency breeds habit, and habit breeds subscribers. All right, step 3, packaging and presentation. You are producing great stuff on a reliable schedule. Now let's talk about the wrapping paper. Your thumbnail is the very first thing people see, so you've got to make it attractive and clear. I know, it sounds super basic, but this is literally where you win or lose the click. You could have the most profound, expertly edited piece of content in the entire world, uploaded right on schedule, but if your storefront window is messy, no one is walking through the door. It absolutely must be attractive enough to catch the eye and clear enough that viewers understand the value instantly, way before they even bother to read the title. Now for step 4, engage and ask. We are pivoting into the interactive phase now, where we transform passive viewers into a really active community. So engagement is definitely not a one-way street. You can't just broadcast your stuff out into the void and walk away. You got to get down into the comments section. Replying to comments shows your audience that you actually value their time. And beyond that, proactively asking questions at the end of your content or even pinning a question in the comments gives them a very specific reason to respond. When people actually feel seen by a creator, they stop being just casual viewers and they start becoming loyal fans. Which brings us to step 5 and our final operational tip. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I mean, it seems almost too obvious, right? But the reality is, viewers usually need a little bit of a gentle nudge. They might have totally loved what you made, they might have found it incredibly useful. But if you don't explicitly invite them to take action, they're probably just going to click away and forget you even exist. Seriously, never assume your audience knows what you want them to do. Confidently invite them in. And that brings us to our final thought, the long game. Before you run off to launch this new strategy, we just need a quick reality check about your mindset. This right here is the overarching philosophy that holds this whole life cycle together. Growing your channel takes time and patience. You have to keep improving and stay consistent. Listen, there is no magic algorithm button. Implementing these steps is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Every single thing you make is an opportunity to design a slightly better thumbnail, to speak a little bit more clearly, and to tell a much better story. If you relentlessly apply these steps and just embrace the patience that it requires, the growth will absolutely follow. So there you have it. All the mystery has been totally stripped away. You've got the tools, you have the roadmap, and you understand the timeline. The only thing left now is for you to actually take action. So I'm going to leave you with this one simple question. What will you create first? Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I seriously cannot wait to see what you build.